Hello and welcome back to Pedal and Ash. It's week 24 and this is the Ramble. Oh, yeah. And I'm your learner, Glithy. Almost forgot that. So, this is the Ramble, and here I just talk about how things are going. So, I think I mentioned last time that I was thinking about talking about becoming a fitness girly, and I wasn't planning on integrating it, but this time I gotta integrate it, and then maybe I'll spin it off to something else. But so I guess to give a bit of background, 3 weeks ago I started doing interval walking or Japanese interval walking, whichever you prefer, which is walking slowly for like 3 minutes and walking quickly for 3 minutes for about 30 minutes. There are variations. You can find a lot of it on YouTube with extra movements and things like that. But basically, I just do the 3 by 3. And then on Monday of this week, as I had planned, I added strength training. Pretty light stuff too. Just low weights, like real low, like 6 kilograms for lower body and 1 kilogram for upper body. Um, in freedom units, that's like six is like 12 maybe, and then one is 2 pounds. So really light, nothing to write home about. It kicked my ass. And I bring that up because, right, the focus of this is supposed to be my Japanese study. Well, the exercise kicked my ass, and I ended up sleeping a lot this week um, during the mornings. So, what happened in my morning routine is I would get up, do Boom Pro, do Migaku, take a nap. And that feels really weird to say, like, take a nap that early, but it was all I had the energy to do Tuesday and Wednesday. Um, for that, like, my plan was to work out on Tuesdays and Fridays, uh, as a test to see how I was doing, and so that, was we'll say a fun experience. Uh, Thursday got a little better, Friday's workout went out well, and I had energy afterwards. Um, so for this week, what happened was kind of a regular week for studying, but I did slack on reading and, listen excuse me, listening a little bit due to being so tired. Uh, but I will say this, outside of that extreme tiredness those 2 days, I really do enjoy, like, what I've decided to do for exercise. Um, and as I switch up a little bit, I'm gonna exercise 3 days a week, strength and cardio on the same day, strength first, cardio second. I'm also going to adjust my cognitive load by offloading some of the things that I do instead of doing them nearly every day. So the audio diary has been uh, moved from almost every day to 3 days a week, if I remember correctly. And reading and listening are still one or the other. My only like break day is Saturday because Saturday is a whole other beast for me. Uh, and so that's what we're looking at going forward. I think it's going to be a pretty good change. Um, well, I hope it's going to be a pretty good change. And so, what that probably means for the ramble is that I am going to incorporate, at least for right now, my fitness journey into it. And so, uh, to explain why we're doing a fitness journey a little bit is mostly for my health. Um, I'm not unhealthy, but I could mm, lose a little weight, have a little bit of extra muscle, that kind of thing. And so I really wanted to focus on strength and, well, weights, resistance, and cardio. So those are the three things I'm doing going forward. So Monday is dumbbells and kettlebells. Wednesday is a mix of dumbbells, kettlebells, and resistance bands. And then Friday is pure resistance bands. And as I mentioned earlier, after each session, I'm gonna like take a little break and then do 30 minutes of cardio. Um, so my morning routine, routine, we'll call it a routine, is going to be about 3-ish hours. So up to 2 hours of Japanese study and then 1 hour of fitness. Uh, Although maybe on the days I work out, maybe a little less Japanese, like intense study, maybe a little more uh, watching or passive immersion just to like not die. Because basically, what I did to my body this week was was a big shock. And so the cognitive load and the physical load was just a bit much. And this is compounded, I guess, by the fact that, like I didn't mention as part of the fitness girly thing, is I am an intermittent faster, which, I mean, your mileage may vary if you think that's healthy or not. It works for me for the most part, um, mostly because I needed to stop snacking like 2 or 3 years ago, and I've just been doing it ever since. I know it goes through ways of being popular, not popular for various reasons, but choose a diet that is sustainable and works for you. That's the most important thing there, right? So, uh, those disclaimers aside, uh, I decided on something. Um, I say I decided. I had outside help, i.e., a doctor. Uh, that I will not fast on my exercise days since I'm doing so much in that day, which basically means um, I'll eat more, which I probably need to do, but also I'll eat kind of before I exercise, which my doctor was really like on my ass about. He's like, what we want to do here is kind of intense, and you need to eat before you exercise, and you need to eat after you exercise. He said I don't have to necessarily eat a whole lot, but I should. So we're gonna do that. For that, I should use the term eat pretty loosely. I'm probably going to do some kind of meal shake at first just to get used to eating again so early in the morning because I'm afraid that like introducing solid food is just going to be uncomfortable. Like I've never been a big morning eater, so that's also why like intermediate fasting was so good for me. Kind of cheating, I guess. But those are the things I'm trying to do on the like fitness girly side. On the Japanese side, I am almost finished with my N4 review. I think I have a little bit more to go on the grammar. The kanji is finished. Um, I didn't even like try vocabulary. My vocabulary is quite large. I think I've said before. Uh, so there's that. Um, my plan was to start M3 next month in July. Uh, we shall see if I don't start it earlier. It all depends on when I end in four and how, I guess, comfortable I feel to move on. Finally, that was all Boom Pro. Migaku is going smoothly. I'm not gonna put up the heat map again because I am taking a little bit of a break because I just got annoyed with it. Personal problems. And then what else? Yes. Read Real Japanese is going smoothly. I am finding interesting things to read in my book. Uh, the book I am using right now, I forgot what it's called. I think it's Japanese in the way it is. Sorry, Japan Today and how it got that way or got this way. One of those. Um, this one is more I think uses articles that might actually be in like test format, whereas my other book, which is the mythology book, I don't remember the name, is more for fun, and I'm gonna do that later. There's another regional Japanese book that I want. This one is like Japanese literature, but I'm gonna get that a little bit closer to test prep time, I think. Uh, but overall, that's what things are looking like now in those areas. For listening, I'm still working through bite sized Japanese and yeah, just bite sized Japanese only right now, and some native sources. I should probably mix it up a little bit more, but like I said, it was a rough week. And so I think that officially is everything. So if you made it this far, thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week.